Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Winning Law. Today, I want to give you an update about the recent ICE arrest that you're hearing all about on social media. There has been a lot of misinformation circulating online, and a lot of times it's by the news or the reporting agency themselves. While it is true that ICE agents are arresting individuals in places that they didn't usually arrest them before, like churches, schools, and hospitals, most of these arrests still occur at a person's residence or their workplace. The majority of the individuals arrested seem to fall into one of the following categories. So they're not just arresting everybody. So those who were previously required to meet with ICE or check in annually are being arrested. Individuals who received a voluntary departure order during an immigration proceeding but never left are being arrested. Beneficiaries of an approved I-130 immigrant petition who are potentially eligible for an I-601 waiver but have not yet filed for it are being arrested. Individuals that applied for any immigration benefit but were denied. So, for example, if you applied for VAWA, a U petition, asylum, adjustment of status, change of status, and it was denied, they're likely to be arrested. Individuals who applied for a U visa petition but have not received their bona fide determination letter are being arrested. And applicants who were previously denied for asylum or other immigration relief in immigration court, but they have a pending appeal. Even though they have a pending appeal, they're getting arrested. And lastly, individuals who do not have valid immigration status, but they're working without authorization and they're paying their taxes. ICE can obtain your address from your employer or from your tax filings, and you are likely to get arrested. It is essential for foreign nationals to communicate with their family members or whoever they are living with. You want to advise them not to open the door to individuals claiming to be ICE agents unless those ICE agents present you with a legal search warrant. Instead of just opening the door, you can simply ask the agents to slide the warrant underneath the door so you can examine it. If there are any doubts about the agent's credibility and you don't think that they're real, it is best not to answer the door altogether. Genuine ICE agents will usually leave or tape their business cards to the front door if they can't reach you. Attach as a sample court order versus a search warrant. If the ICE agents only have an immigration order, you don't have to open the door. So you want to stay informed and take care of yourselves and your loved ones. Make sure that the agents have a valid court order before you open the door.
Just got another letter from Immigration Services. I've made a video about this before, but I'm a U.S. citizen, born and raised in Tennessee, went to college at University of Kentucky, met my husband there. He's an immigrant. He moved over to the U.S. for college on an athletic scholarship from England. We've been married almost 3 years now. We're coming up on 3 years. So you would think he is well on his way to achieving his citizenship or at least having his green card, right? No, wrong. And why can't he get his green card? Because his medical records aren't complete. And what is missing from his medical record? The COVID vaccine. Like, it is the year 2025, and we are still requiring the COVID vaccine. You can see it right here. It's backwards. Disregard. Complete the COVID-19 vaccine. But this is what they do. This is what they do to people who do it the right way. I can't even tell you how much money, thousands of dollars, we have spent on the different forms and applications and immigration lawyers and all of the different things. All for everything to expire on their time anyways. And for all you people who say, oh, Riley, your husband's here illegally, he should be deported. Just so you don't understand immigration, he is very much here legally. There are other ways to obtain residency than a green card, like visas or advanced parole. Or those of you who say, this is what you get when you voted for Donald Trump. Obviously, my husband can't vote, but if he could, he would have voted for Donald Trump. Change is coming with the current administration, but he has to undo everything that the former administration has done to our immigration system, both legally and illegally. Oh, and when they campaigned on the tagline, "My body, my choice," this is proof they never really meant that.
They turned off the cameras, excuse my language, and then they took my wife.
This man who wished not to be identified says his wife is from Venezuela and has lived in the United States for a few years. She was one of 3 people taken from this home. I'm told the 2 others were men who worked in construction. You see them here. This video, only a minute and 52 seconds long, we do not see his wife being removed from the home. But this is a picture of her that he keeps in his wallet. Her name is Vianis Ramirez, and he says she was in the process of becoming a United States citizen.
She already had a court date. She was good. Everything's good. He just came in and snatched her.
These are pictures from the Department of Homeland Security detaining other undocumented men and women in Broward County.
It's despicable what they're doing right now. It's very embarrassing.
President Donald Trump arrived at his Trump National Golf Resort in Doral Saturday, set to host GOP leaders for a conference. This man hopes this message makes it to him.
If I get a chance to talk to you, man, yo, please, man, let's work something out. So you, man, let me keep my wife here in the United States, man. She deserves to be here, man.
Alejandro Juarez lived in the U.S. for 2 decades and gave birth to 2 daughters, both of whom are American citizens. But a traffic stop back in 2013 revealed she was an undocumented immigrant. So after exhausting all of her legal options, she will now live in Mexico with her youngest daughter, while her husband will stay in Florida with their oldest daughter.
Si no, yo me meto a cocinar, yo sé cocinar. Sí. Pero también ningún delito. Hola, buenas tardes.
No estoy muy contento porque pues ella lo estaba apoyando, porque supuestamente veíamos que era un buen presidente, que iba a ser bien para el país, que nunca pensamos que nos iba a sacar a nosotros que votamos por él.
So what could be other reasons why these individuals were ordered removed? 1. Maybe the foreign nationals were previously charged or convicted of various crimes that make them ineligible to apply for green card status. It could be working without permission, false claim to U.S. citizenship, assault, drug-related crimes, drug trafficking. It could be a number of reasons. 2. Maybe the U.S. citizen or green card holder spouses were previously charged with child abuse. When a person wants to sponsor a foreign national to live permanently inside the United States, they have to qualify. Certain crimes will make them ineligible to petition for other individuals. Number 3, U.S. citizens or green card holder spouses that do not meet the I-864P income requirements for sponsorship. So when a person wants to sponsor a foreign national to live in the U.S. permanently, they have to provide proof that the foreign national they are sponsoring is not going to likely go on government benefits or public assistance like food stamps or welfare. So if the individual does not make enough money because maybe they're not working, or they owe back child support, or they have not filed their taxes, it could also lead to a denial of a green card application. Number 4, foreign nationals that entered without inspection or overstayed for 6 months and then they left and returned. So there is something called a permanent ban. This is when foreign nationals enter the US, they overstay for more than 6 months, they leave the US, and if they come back to the US, it creates what is called a permanent ban, meaning that they cannot obtain a green card inside of the United States, and the only way to cure a permanent ban is leaving the United States, staying abroad for at least 10 years, and then applying for some other type of benefit to come back in. Number 5, maybe the foreign national previously filed immigration applications before and they were frivolous. For example, a lot of people do not qualify for asylum, but they speak with other immigration attorneys and they are persuaded to just filing a false asylum application. If that asylum application is denied, and immigration believes that it was frivolously filed and the person should have known that they did not qualify, it could also lead to denial of future immigration benefits or applications. The same is true as if a person applied for a U visa petition or a VAL petition that they should have known that they didn't qualify for. It could lead to future denials of any other type of immigration filing. The most common type of immigration fraud involves marriage fraud. This is when a foreign national marries a U.S. citizen or green card holder, and they have that person file a petition for them, even though they did not enter the marriage in good faith. So in the future, if they do meet a person that they get together with and they actually get into a legitimate relationship and marriage with, anyone else, including family members, can never file an immigrant petition for them ever again and be qualified for a green card. This is a very harsh rule, and this is why we always encourage individuals: do not marry someone that you don't intend to live with or be together with permanently. And the last reason why many of these cases fail or people are deported is simply because they didn't file or hire an immigration attorney. It's very important, especially if you're in deportation proceedings, to have an immigration attorney. So when you're watching news articles or TikTok videos or YouTube videos, always kind of have it in the back of your mind that most likely they're not disclosing everything that happened with the case. So every individual's case is very different. So what you hear in the media, sometimes it's sensationalized, and a lot of times it's not really the reporter's fault, but they don't know enough about immigration to provide a complete and true and accurate story. Again, this is Attorney David Nguyen, this is Winning Law, and we hope that we have made immigration easier to understand.